With now 3 trailers released for the Undead Unluck anime adaptation, I think it's safe to say 2 things. 1. David Productions is handling this project with more attention to detail, care, and effort than we could have even hoped for. 2. Shonen Jump is just as excited as we are as fans for the potential success which the Undead Unluck anime adaptation should be. This 3rd character trailer was absolutely amazing, y'all, and for a multitude of reasons, not even just like the visuals, the sound design, the content which we got in this trailer. I want to talk about some of the more general reasons why I'm really excited to see this 3rd trailer, so let's do that. A quick analysis of the character trailer PV3 Undead Unluck. Y'all, before we get into it, look at this little Easter egg they hid in the trailer.
It don't cost nothing to show it.
I mean, they're not lying. It doesn't cost anything to show some love. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new here. Just let me know some thoughts about this 3rd trailer from your own perspective. One of the most consistently impressive aspects about these trailers has been the sound design. Whether it's Andy's regeneration, the ticking of the round table, or Void's big suit of armor gearing up for a punch, we've gotten to hear some very immersive, very unique sounds, and I really love that because gotta hammer this home. One of the most important aspects of an anime is the sound design, making me really feel like I'm a part of the action, a part of what's going on screen. Think about Hell's Paradise recently, whenever Noodle Guy is banging on the back of Tenza and it sounds like a cardboard box. It kind of takes everybody out of the situation, made everybody laugh on the internet, and I don't want Undead Unluck to be that. And throughout this trailer we see that the punches have weight. Void, whenever he's beating up naked Andy, it sounds like Zero Suit Samus's back airs. It's some beautiful sound, and I'm not sure if this is Kenichiro's work. However, whoever is on this is killing it. And although I could talk about the sound of Apocalypse tongue sloshing around all day, let's talk a little bit about Kenichiro Tsuruhiro's music choices, because throughout each trailer, it's been amazing. We've had these somber tones which rise into these dope rock tracks within the 1st trailer. Last trailer, we had this kind of frantic cacophony of sounds, a lot of more action-y, chaotic stuff is going on. And during this one, this much more mysterious trailer, because as you remember throughout the beginning of Undead Unluck, the series is very mysterious, dark, and you don't know what is going on. All the negators, even during this trailer, unconfidential. Nobody who hasn't read the series knows who these people are, and I love this sort of espionage, James Bondsy, mysterious, frantic, high-paced Hollywood action film music they had implemented during this trailer. It was really freaking dope, and I think the music of Undead Unluck is going to be amazing. It's the type of stuff that you're listening to on your off time, and I really can't wait to see whatever the OP is. But let's get into the meat and potatoes, the voice actors, the visual work. I'll put a picture on screen right now of the entire production team because I want to keep giving these folks their flowers. But let's get into the first individual we get a look at, the Apocalypse book. Tomokazu Sugita's Apocalypse was truly a treat to hear. He really sounds menacing, but at the same time, at the end of it, whenever he's like, let's introduce the negators, he's just the goofiest dude ever at the same time. The Book of Revelations, this thing, the first artifact, this idea, which is truly kind of terrifying if you break it down to the basis of it. However, this fool is going to be jokes, and I love the fact that we got Gintoki's freaking voice actor for it, because it's got a very wide range of menacing all the way down to literally a puppy dog. But the visuals for his entire introduction are amazing. Love the flames coming out of the book, the sound of the pages turning and spiraling open in that giant scene. And if you remember, I'll put the panels on screen, I'm that guy. But if you remember in the manga, the panel has Fuko and Andy looking up at all these quests, and this is such an interesting way to depict this. I really love Yuki Ase's entire way of just taking the art in a very interesting direction. And I'll mention it now and probably again later as well, but I love the fact that throughout the Apocalypse scene, we're in this very dark, once again, mysterious room. And throughout all these trailers, there's been these very darkly shaded shots, whether it was Shin's, Gina's one in this trailer, and Apocalypse's ones as well, Nico's one as well. And I love just the sort of atmosphere, the aesthetic they're going for within this. This very cinematic look, I guess to say. And I think it's kind of funny because Mappa Entertainment, one of the biggest gripes certain people have with them whenever they're animating series is folks say, you guys don't go hard enough on your shading, your lighting, you guys could embellish things way more. People literally take Attack on Titan, they'll take Vinland Saga and compare their own shading on it to Mappas and be like, it's so easy to do this better. But David Productions heard those complaints and said, let me cook. Overall, with Apocalypse scene though, it's a really dope one. The entire rundown he gives on the situation is smart because I want people to know that Undead Unluck is not just episodes 1 and 2. We got a big world of negators and umas and craziness to get introduced to, so it makes sense to really dive deeper into the fact that, like, hey, this is some wildness. And the way that it's being depicted with these tarot cards, with the entire, shot of going through the numbers of the Union, everything beautiful. The shot of Fuko, the bananas dropping on her, the unluck, amazing. I love that David Productions is continuing to embellish things. That's just literally a panel in its reality. However, they're taking things, making them a little bit cooler, dropping Sakuga for things that don't need Sakuga. Like, I'm happy, y'all. I'm happy. It's really wild. I never depicted this scene, one of the most pivotal scenes in Undead Unluck. Seriously. This really blew my mind whenever we just dropped through and end up in the freaking HQ. Believe that's what's being depicted right here, and I think it's interesting how dark it is. Once again, I've been saying it. They're really going for this mysterious vibe, and even in the panels, you can kind of tell if you look down that, like, there's lighting centered around the round table, so I guess everything else could be dark, but I don't know, Yoshifumi usually shades his lighting whenever it... Nonetheless. The first to get introduced, our captain, the #1 member of the Union, Maria Issei as Joyce. She sounded amazing. Her voice line was one I'm sure we all remember as Fuko and Andy had first got introduced to the Union. As she's pulling out her Fear Boss sword, I imagine that's probably whenever they drop down into the Union and she has to cut Andy's regeneration finger, but I have no idea. It could be... Nah, I think it kind of has to be that. I have no idea. Natsuki Hane, the big boy, the Monkey King, Shin, obviously sounded amazing last trailer, and he sounds good here once again. The panel which is depicting is whenever he first pulls up, and he's like, oh dang, do you like him? To Fuko, I like that. Shin's just a really joyful character. Natsuki Hane's really got the joy boy attitude in his voice, and it sounds good. It sounds great. Kenji Nomura's Void sounds amazing, and one thing I kind of want to note now, which is funny, is that Void has this very robotic mechanical voice. He's inside a giant mechanical suit. However, our girl Tatiana didn't get it. Was a little bit interested to see she didn't get the echoey, robot-y voice. However, I think it's because one of the characters lasts longer than the other. I don't know. Nonetheless, Void sounded and looked amazing. Kenji Nomura, obviously a very talented voice actor, and the bass boosted punches he's delivering just sound very dope. Sound design. Our first look at Urikiya Koyama's Billy. Obviously, this dude sounded amazing. I love the sort of nonchalant, laid-back demeanor within his voice, and during this scene, he's depicting that same thing. If you don't know, now you know. The guy's blind, so right there, he's just... Cool it, Tatiana. Rie Kugimiya's Tatiana sounded and looked amazing. This is a scene which is going to get everybody to immediately fall in love with her, immediately laugh at her, because as soon as you get introduced, she's on sight, brother, and I really just love how she sounds. As I mentioned in the previous videos, Rie Kugimiya is very good at delivering that amped up, excited, energetic toddler voice, and that's Tatiana. She's a girl, but she's got some freaking attitude. To be completely honest, the voice actor who was most jarring to hear at first was Nobuhiko Okamoto's Top Bull Sparks. I'm not gonna lie, I just thought his voice would be a little bit higher. The kid's like 15, maybe it's because I'm in my mid-20s and my voice is like as high as his or as low as his, whatever you want to say, but dang. And I'm just joking whenever I said he sounded too mature, but he looked amazing, he sounded amazing. Top Bull Sparks, being the Brazilian that the Japanese want you to be. Probably one of the ones that have me the most hype upon seeing it. Koji Yusa Nico Virgil. This dude looks funny, obviously. However, in the previous loop, he was ugly. That boy wasn't sleeping. He was really going through it. PTSD. You know how it is. Nonetheless, the shots they give us of him are very interesting. First clip we see of Nico has nothing to do with the second clip we see, and even the voice line is only referencing that second clip after the clothing incident whenever our boy Filiberto has a little malfunction. But that first clip, looks amazing. I want to reference that once more time. The very darkly shaded shots look so freaking cool, and whenever Nico has a psychopod literally injecting itself into his head, that shit looks crazy. But I even love the shot of Nico fixing Phil's arm. If you look in the background, you see that test tube with an Uma inside it, and I wonder if that's room 25, bro. the room! Although we don't get to hear Ishin or Phil, we get a look at their character designs, both of them looking dope, and I wanna make a question. What do you think Ishin's gonna sound like? Because that's gotta be a character which is, adapted correctly, because there's a very big question around that in the beginning of the series. Who or what is inside of that armor? Aoi Yuki's Gina. We are not even worthy to be in the presence of this woman. She killed it. Gina sounded amazing. The perfect way to, you know, personify Gina. A perfect voice for her, and it's just a one-to-one adaptation for her. The visuals, they're going so hard on them, and it's so funny because like my favorite fight for a long time with an Undead Unluck was the Unchanged fight. It's a very special arc to me, and it's probably one of my favorite arcs in the series still to this day, just because of what it means to Fuko, what it meant to Gina, what it meant to Andy. Like, y'all say Undead Unluck wasn't fire in the first 10 chapters, but like, bro, Yoshifumi was really in his bag writing this arc, and it seems that the editors or everybody in charge of this project know that as well. The scene with her walking down the Unchanged stairs looks so beautiful, and I'm not talking about her toes. Just the way that this night sky is flashing, the way that the water is running down the stairs. Like, how do you even do that as an artist? How do you even do that? And the scene of her just looking demented, because you know her, she's trying to get her daddy dearest back. Like, I love it. They're just really hammering home, embellishing all of the chaos and epicness that Yoshifumi has packed into Undead Unluck. Very cinematic expression of everything that we love in this series. They really just want to make sure y'all know, y'all feel the same way we did whenever we read this manga, maybe even crazier. I can't wait to see this freaking anime adaptation. Not sure if I'll put this at the beginning or end, but this is my more general thoughts surrounding the trailer. At the beginning of the video, I spoke on the multitude of reasons why I thought this trailer was a really dope development for the anime, and that really reigns true. The fact that we got a third trailer, and the fact that we're even getting all these trailers kind of pushed out in a mass sort of way is really exciting to see. Whether or not you realize that not every single anime gets the same sort of treatment. Not everything, especially in terms of marketing, is fair. They're always going to market the bigger money series, the ones which they believe could, you know, thrive, or the ones they believe could succeed, rather than just marketing everything. The fact that, like, dude, there's series about vending machines out right now. I bet you didn't see the advertising for that one, and if you did, dude, fix your algorithm. The fact that we really just got a third surprise drop trailer, and I gotta make that clear as well, this is a surprise drop. I don't even think the leakers were talking about this one. I always try to keep in tune with the Undead Unluck anime leaks, just to try to get that type of information out to y'all. If you don't try to like look up or search that type of material. However, nobody had talked about this. Just out the middle of nowhere, the Undead Unluck anime account tweeted 6 hours before, hey, we're dropping a trailer at midnight. And I was like, goodness gracious. I was sitting there like searching the word PV. I was like, I know it means promotional video, but are they really dropping a promotional video? Is this like a translation error? But nah, they came out of nowhere, dropped a fuego trailer for all the voice actors, and they really are trying to like show off that like this is a dope project. Think about it, if you're a video game player, whenever big games come out, you can tell if a video game publisher is confident in the product, whether or not they're going to send out review copies and let reviewers talk about those copies that they got before consumers get access to them. If they have like a good review embargo date, they usually let reviewers start talking a week or two beforehand, because they're confident that their product is going to sell, that their product is good enough that people are going to talk well about it. And that's how I feel about Undead Unluck right now. The fact that they're marketing the heck out of this means that they're confident in the product they're putting out. And if you watched any of the trailers, and if you're a fan of the series, I think you know the source material warrants that, and this like amazingness that they are putting on the screen for us right now in terms of the trailers. We haven't even seen the freaking anime yet. It's just too much to freaking ask for. Overall, the visual direction is just unreal. I love how we have a very unique feel to Undead Unluck. In this world full of Mappa Entertainment series, in this world full of very, similar series, we're getting our own stuff, y'all. And that's what I love about Undead Unluck. I'm talking a lot of shit right now. I might piss off some viewers if you're bigger fans of other series. However, I'm an Undead Unluck guy, dog. I'm an Undead Unluck guy. It's probably got to be the end of the video, so not as many people see this, but